Welcome one, welcome all to the SnailTrail4x4 podcast. If you like going off-roading in Toyotas, wrenching on Toyotas, camping in Toyotas, and maybe even poking a little bit of fun at Toyotas, and of course, hearing about how fantastic phone calls are to Toyota owners, then this is the podcast for you. That's right, ladies and germs. My name is Tyler, and joining me on the left side over, I guess your right side, or is it mirrored on video? Left side?
No, I think it's their right side.
Be their right side? On one of your sides, it's the Prince of Darkness reincarnated, Jimmy Jet. How you doing, Aussie Jet?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. I was like, who am I, Voldemort? Like, what's going on?
Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it now.
Rip Mr. Osbourne.
Yep. R.I.P., buddy.
Yep.
Man.
Did you see he did have like one final show, apparently?
Yeah.
When he realized he didn't have that much longer to go.
Yeah, I didn't know that he didn't realize it, but I saw that I saw footage of his final show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad that he was kind of planning on that all happening and got to have his one last show.
That's cool.
And have his last hurrah before he was out of there. So
yeah. No, good for him for living life to the fullest. That's for sure.
Yeah. Anyways, we are here today on a Monday.
We
had a great weekend. We'll tell you guys all about it on Thursday.
Lots of camping.
Lots of stuff going on.
Yes.
So we'll talk about that later. We do have a giveaway. We're coming up on the end of the month here, though.
Yeah.
So that means we're going to have a winner here shortly for you guys for some gear wrench tools. Lots of really cool stuff. We got some specialty automotive tools for y'all to give away from Gear Wrench. So we'll have that, I'm guessing, next week.
Yes.
So keep your ear holes open for that.
Well, actually, yeah. Thursday, I was just looking at the calendar. Thursday is the 31st. Next week's Thursday.
Okay.
So
cool.
The following week.
Yeah, following week should be our giveaway week. So announcing some wieners. So we got that. Let's see. We have a giveaway getting ready for 800 reviews over on Apple Podcasts. We have an Onyx Elite membership, which is $100 value to give away once we do that, as well as some swag items from Onyx, from Snail Trail, from Morphlate, from Snail Armor, probably some other places that we've had on the show and are close to us here at the podcast. So that's at 800. If you guys want to be entered for that and all future review giveaways that we do, including a big item at 900 reviews, all you got to do is go over to Apple Podcasts and leave us a review. So
absolutely.
Yep.
That's fun and simple. And hopefully you guys get in to win those tools because we have some fun tools to give away. Big thanks to Gear Wrench.
Yep. Let's see. What else do we got?
Nothing as far as I know.
Kind of at the end of the month, huh?
Yeah.
So
wrapping things up, getting things ready. We're working on next month's giveaway. So that'll be fun. I've reached out to 2 customers and now you're looking at me like you already have somebody lined up.
I was thinking about Morphlate, but I'm trying to do the math right now on when we're going to launch that new item.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's going to be in August. I think it might be in September.
All right.
But I'm not sure. I have to look at inventory levels and see if I can guesstimate at which point we're going to be launching it. So.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yep.
I do know that a token got hidden this last week. Not by me. So that's good. I gave you a token. So you can get that one out here in the future. And I think we're damn near redesigned the new tokens.
Cool. Yep.
At least you gave me a thumbs up on the image.
Yep.
So I just need to get those rolling and get them out the door and build the landing page for the QR code and figure that out. Yep. So there's a few more little steps on the tokens, and then I'm going to start rolling tokens out here soon on the laser. And I have a list of like 8 people, I think, that have reached out to us, maybe more, maybe like 9 that have reached out to us to volunteer their time and their services to go out and hide some tokens all around this country, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So we'll get some tokens out to you guys and we'll figure that out. And then we'll start the Onyx off-road folder. I don't know how it works. Tyler knows more about it, and we'll make that accessible to people.
Yep. Yeah, it's all started. We just need to, and it's populated with the current tokens that we know of already existing in the wild. We just need to add to it and get you guys all the access URL to it.
Yep. So, absolutely. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So, shall we move over to the main topic?
Sure. I think we're going to have a lot of input on today's show.
Okay.
So we should probably go over that. We can spend some time on that input, huh?
Yeah, I agree.
All right, cool. Let's grab your favorite drinks, everybody. Happy Monday. Glad to see y'all back. And we'll be right on back with today's main topic.
At Four Wheel Underground, we have something for everyone's 79 through 04 Toyota vehicle. Whether you've got a Chevy Dana 60, 05 and up Super Duty, fabricated, FJ80, or mini truck axles, we got you covered. 3-link, 4-link, parallel, and triangulated suspension kits, we've got you covered. Under-bed coilover mounts, through-bed coilover mounts, trailing arms, cantilevers, custom-tuned coilovers, and air bumps, we've got you covered. Frame stiffeners, subframes, skid plates, shock towers, and more to come. Make sure to use coupon code SnailTrail at fourwheelunderground.com because we've got you covered.
Welcome back, ladies and gentleladies. This is today's campfire discussion, which I don't know if this discussion topic can be really talked about around a campfire too easily. Because I guess it could. We could light this table on fire and claim it's a campfire. No, we're gonna do some more voicemails.
I like this table.
I do too. It's a nice table. I got it for free.
Wow.
Yeah. We have currently 33 voicemails. We only got through 7 on Friday.
Yeah.
So we're going to dedicate a Monday episode here to see how caught up we can get.
Yeah. Our goal, like when we started the voicemail section here, our goal was to try to be within a week, maybe 2 of voicemails coming in. So when we talk about something on an episode, you guys could give us your responses. And then we would play them the following, or actually that week, to some extent, if you respond quick enough, and then the cycle would repeat. But we're getting so many voicemails coming in, we can't keep up, and we want to be closer to the actual events because I think on Friday's episode we were talking about episode 614. So. Like 10 episodes ago, 5 weeks ago, we're talking about or referencing those episodes. So we want to get closer.
Yep.
We want to be more caught up. So we're going to dedicate a Monday episode to just sort of trying to catch up and trying to cover this content that you guys keep giving us, which we absolutely love. This is probably one of our favorite segments.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're going to dedicate a full episode towards catching up.
Yeah, we try and keep Fridays to half an hour ish. And then the other episodes, we don't want to go over an hour 20. Sometimes we do. So we'll see how many we can get in today's episode here.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna roll on these though. We're gonna move.
All right. First one up is Frank Gillespie, North Carolina.
Sweet.
Yeah. Hey, we're on to episode 615.
Oh, sweet. Moving forward.
Here we go, Frank.
Guys, this is Frank Gillespie from North Carolina again. Just listening to the Thursday episode? I think that's 615. Tyler, you clearly stayed at a Motel 6. Now, if you would have stayed at a Holiday Inn Express, you would have remembered that those were the commercials that were running. The surgeon finishes doing the surgery, and he pulls his face mask down, and the nurse says, "You're not Dr. So-and-so." "No, I'm not. But I did stay at Holiday Inn Express last night." So you clearly stayed at a Motel 6. You should stay at a Holiday Inn Express so you can know your pop culture references and get your commercials right. So there's that. So y'all take care and keep crawling and Jeep suck. Bye-bye.
I'm so glad he called in to correct that.
Yeah, that's a worthy correction and good pop culture reference there. Thanks, Frank.
So what was the Motel 6 slogan? Was that the one, "We'll keep the lights on for you"?
I have no idea.
Frank, you got to call back now. Let me
you gotta call in. What was the Motel 6 slogan? I only know Hyatts and Marriotts and
okay.
whatever other
Mr.
nice
High Life
hotels
over
are
here.
out there. You kidding? I stayed in a tent. We didn't have money for a hotel. We're like, funny. We're gonna go travel to Yellowstone and we're gonna camp the entire way. Like,
we're gonna stay in a hammock. We don't even get a tent. We get a hammock.
And that grizzly bear rubs up against you, grab it because it's warm. It'll keep you warm.
Yeah, that's funny. Thank you, Frank, for calling in.
Yeah, appreciate it.
He called again.
Okay. He tells us what Motel 6 is.
See what other correction he's got for Motel. He does mention Motel 6. Well,
okay.
Wait. Oh, yeah, he called back again. Okay, so yeah, here we go.
Hey, guys, this is Frank from North Carolina again. I just finished listening to the rest of episode 615, and I'm going to withdraw my previous comment that Tyler was sleeping in a Motel 6. No, sir, you were not sleeping in a Motel 6. You were sleeping in a Holiday Inn Express, and you are smart as a surgeon.
What?
Why do I say that? Because you are dead nuts on about not accepting Mike Lee's land sale proposal as part of any reconciliation act. Mike Lee is a smart guy. He knows that BLM has been taking away recreational opportunities for off-road vehicles all over the country, and he knows that his state has lost thousands of miles.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, we do not need to be just sitting back watching what happens and just allowing this to go through as part of a reconciliation act. We need to fight this. BLM and all these other agencies have been coming after us for a decade, hot and heavy. We do not need to sitting back and just let's just see what happens and not taking the fight to them. So that's all I have to say. Tyler, you are smart as anyone that stays in Holiday Inn Express. So I guess that's it. Y'all keep calling, and Jeeps suck as bad as a Senator Mike Lee land sale. I guess that's it. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
That's funny. I don't know if I'm a smart guy. I try and stay informed, though. I try and stay aware of what's going on around me. Yeah, there's a couple of things. We're gonna. I don't know if we want to get into the weeds on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things that was so strange about the whole Mike Lee proposal was that his state is the state that kicked off all these fight back litigations that Blue Ribbon has been trying to head up. The state of Utah has been heading up because of a direct impact of those closures at Gemini Bridges and Labyrinth Rims. Those two, that 460 some odd miles that were closed, kind of kicked off the whole chain of events that got the whole state of Utah to be fighting and suing BLM.
Okay.
And that's Mike Lee's state. He's one of two senators in that state.
Right.
And Mike Lee, fun history for everybody, Mike Lee worked very closely with Ben Burr.
Oh.
So Ben, who's now the general manager, executive of operations, whatever at Blue Ribbon. He's the kind of the main guy that's doing most of the work for and leading the charge at Blue Ribbon, who we've had on the podcast many times. Ben used to be a staffer for Mike Lee.
Oh,
yeah. So they know each other very well.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the other things that was so surprising about Mike Lee's proposal that came out, because there's all these chain of events of his state fighting against these quote unquote illegal land grabs and closures. And then he just turned around and tried to give this a big, massive private land sale.
Yeah, that is interesting.
So none of it really made a whole lot of sense. And nothing could really come clear, and everything was so muddled and trying to get pushed through so quick. I'm really, really glad that the entire thing just got kicked out.
Good.
None of it ended up in the reconciliation bill. It all got pulled out. So the other really cool thing about all that happened was that this might be the first time that every single outdoor recreation group all banded together.
No, I didn't know that happened.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
we had the
Was Sua on board?
I don't know. I would assume so.
Okay.
Because Sua is all about making everything wilderness.
Right.
Right. So, Sua was on board, hunters were on board, off-roaders were on board, hikers, backpackers, horse riders, mountain bikers. I mean, almost every single group of outdoor recreation all banded together, and it showed what we can do as the people if we just band together and work together to force legislation.
Got it. Yeah.
So that in my opinion, I'm always talking about precedents, right? Legal precedents. What is this law that's being enacted? What kind of precedents does that set for future? I understand what it may be doing currently for this current problem.
Right.
But what is the real door and can of worms that's being opened for future stuff?
Okay.
And that was my big concern with the Mike Lee's proposal, was the precedents that it was setting to do these massive land sales as part of reconciliation bills. It makes no sense. But on the flip side of it, for the public to band together like that, it sets sort of a precedence of what we can achieve if we work together.
100%.
Right?
If we can band together, I mean, there's like almost no force that would be able to stop us.
Yeah.
We would be able to convert trails back.
Mm-hmm.
We would have more public lands for people.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Maybe even somewhere on the East Coast could be public land.
Right.
It would be unreal.
Yeah.
So we need to figure out a way to be able to do that. The side-by-side community needs to start working with us. The off-road community needs to work with them.
Yep.
All the horse communities need to pick up their poop, and then I will work with them. And then, mountain bikers will be happy, and the mountain climbers will be ecstatic, and we can have all kinds of fun.
Yep. And that's the thing that I've always astounded by. All these recreation groups, everybody out there wants the same thing. We all want to go play in the outdoors.
Yes.
We all just have different ways of doing it. And why do we all fight each other on these different ways to play in the outdoors?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, it's just, I don't know. It's asinine to me, and I can't figure. It's like, it breaks my head, and I'm just like, I don't get it. Why can't we just all play in the outdoors with the way we want to play it?
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah. Huge thing that we were able to get the Mike Lee proposal out of the reconciliation bill.
Big win.
Yep.
For sure. All right. Thanks, Frank, for calling back and letting Tyler know that he is welcome at Holiday Inns.
I are smart people. All right. So let's say next up, I don't see a name.
No name.
What's your name?
Haven't had a no name for a while. All right.
Here we go.
What up, guys? Second Rob.
There we go.
Just listening to the latest SnailMail, and you guys were talking about the trail rating system again.
More trail ratings.
I think that you guys have swung a dead cat in the yard long enough at this thing, however the hell Jimmy says it. And I think, honestly, I think you guys are overthinking it. I think that maybe the beginning of the trail should say, mildly built truck on 33 can make this. Or, a bone stock Lexus did this. Or, and then you make your decision on whether you can make it or not. I understand that common sense is hard to find in people nowadays, but, if a person doesn't fail every once in a while, it doesn't make your life a little stronger. So, when you come to find out that you can't make that trail, you go home and throw some more money at your rig. Or you just do like I do and throw 52s on your truck, and not many things slow you down. I think it's a cheat code, or at least half of my club thinks it's a cheat code. I also find it funny that nobody made a comment about Uncle Weirdo. I know where the nickname came from because it's part of my club, but I find it funny that no one has said anything about the fact that dude's name is Uncle Weirdo. Anyway, I hope you guys are having fun out at the Rubicon. I'm not going to be able to make it this weekend. Talk to you guys next time. Peace out.
I don't even know where to begin.
Trail ratings. Let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
Trail ratings. I mean, yeah, I think some common sense will need to be had regardless to what you end up doing with what anybody uses for trail ratings. You know, whether it's a black, blue, green, diamond, square, circles, or whatever, or low, medium, hard, or you're in your triple digit thing that we were trying to think of, or, you know, regardless, you know, it's like, I think to some extent, if we did know all the factors of how to build a vehicle and put a vehicle rating on there, and then coordinated the vehicle rating to the trail rating, you still have some discretion to go out and do one of those things. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I would love it to be as easy as like, this is an easy trail. This is a moderate trail. This is a difficult trail. This is an extremely difficult trail. And you have to figure it out from there.
Yeah.
People screw it up when we leave it to that.
Yeah. My big issue is that when people do get it wrong and they do fail, typically they are going to mess up the trail while failing.
Yes.
That's where I have problems, and them failing messes it up for everybody else that comes in later.
Yes.
And you know, in extreme cases, if they fail hard enough, then we have to spend public resources to save them.
It's a liability.
It's a liability issue too, right? So I agree. Like I'm a big believer in that people should fail. I think that there's a huge value in failing. But at what point does failing impact everybody else? And and how long do you let that go on before you need to fix it?
Yeah.
Right.
And if the same person, which it would be hard to know, but if the same person keeps failing and failing and failing, when do we stop? How do we stop them from failing? Or do you just let them continue to fail? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I don't know. I think the trail rating talks are fun.
I do too. I think it's a fun problem to wonder about.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and continuously crowdsource and talk about. Yeah. I think it's a neat idea. Uncle Weirdo.
Yeah. I have no clue where that came from.
No idea, Rob.
I don't judge people by their names. Wreck-It Rob. Although I assume he wrecks a lot of things.
Well, if he's throwing 53s on something, I think so.
Yes.
That or he likes cartoons.
Yeah, that's true.
One of those, probably. I have no idea where your local weirdo came from or to question why he's called that.
Yeah.
I mean,
do you want to inform us?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to it.
No,
I mean, supposedly
I'm kind of curious.
There's a guy that calls into Wheeling Wine and Whiskey called the albino sand squirrel. And I don't ask him how he got that name.
Yeah. Didn't he call us once?
Yeah.
Okay.
He called us once to complain about us or something like that. And that's Wheeling Wine and Whiskey asked people to call us.
Yeah.
And that was the only time anybody's ever called us.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure quite a few of our listeners have called them though.
Yes. But
I would just like to say we have much better listeners.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. So anyways, call back, Rob, if you want to inform us about how what your local weirdo means.
Yeah.
Or not.
Uncle Weirdo. Yeah. All right. Next up, Colorado Kevin.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Here you again.
Shorter one today. We'll see who's got.
What's up, gentlemen? This is Kevin from Colorado again. Hey, I got a quick side note. Hey, Zac from Oklahoma. Hey, heard you almost ran out of fuel. I was just checking on you, buddy. Make sure you got fuel in time to you didn't have to push that Toyota somewhere. Anyways, that was it. Talk to y'all later. Keep crawling. Later.
Did Zac run out of fuel somewhere?
I missed. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe Colorado Kevin follows
Golden. Was it Golden?
No, it's Silver 06 Tacoma. I forgot what it is there, Zac. Sorry. But maybe they follow each other on Instagram and they posted stuff up. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Thanks for
Zac,
calling.
I feel
anyway.
like there's a story there, Zac.
Yeah, I'm sure
we
there
need to hear
is.
from you.
Or we forgot about a previous episode.
Maybe.
Could happen.
All right, next up.
All right.
Donnie,
who flopped the other weekend.
He flopped a couple times, apparently.
Oh, more than once?
Yes.
Oh, rookie driver.
I know, right? Sounds like a driver skill issue. Here we go. What's Donnie up to?
He'll be rated lower on the trail rating scale.
Hey, boys. It's Rover Don here. Now, I just heard apparently somebody's giving Zac from Oklahoma some shit. And I know you guys like to give me some shit. So, look, that ain't good. You know what? Zac and me, we'll just go off, start the Zac and Don Show, and then you're all going to be in trouble because you won't have any more voicemails. You know, you're going to run out of voicemail. You're going to lose your whole Friday episode because we keep this shit working for you. Now, what are you going to, that's just the way it's going to be. Now, also, Mr. Reed, the stripper, Hamilton really the GOAT? I mean, really? I think he was all car. Let's face it, that man just made wise career choices. Anyway, the rest of it I'll agree with. Antonelli, Sainz, I'm good with those guys. Hamilton, I can't get behind him. Okay, anyway, that's enough. Try to suck and all that other stuff. Talk to you later. Bye.
I feel like I heard all of that, but I still missed over half of it.
Do we need to go back and listen to Reed's episode about Hamilton? I've missed out on, this is like 2 episodes now. I feel like we've forgotten about what we've talked about. 2 voicemails.
Maybe Reed, stripper, Mr. Hamilton, really to go. I mean, really, I think it was a call. Let's face it. Has made wise career choices. I don't know what those are in reference to.
Well, then he started referencing other presidents.
Antonelli, science, I'm good at those guys, but Hamilton?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Go watch the play.
Maybe.
But on other news, I would love to listen into the Zac and Don podcast.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
There'd be some really fun ramblings in that one.
Yeah, from both of them. That'd be absolutely phenomenal. We'd get some Toyota content and some more Rover content. And I mean, the Rover either is going to be on his side or under construction. So we'd be just getting more Toyota content, I think.
Yeah, true.
So maybe Zac, Don, if you guys are interested, we'll connect to the dots here.
Cool.
Yeah, let us know.
Next up, Zac from Oklahoma.
Perfect.
Here we go.
Calling in to ask for Rover Don's number.
Yeah. No transcript, so I have no clue what this is about.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah, here we go.
What's up, Jimmy and Tyler? I'm gonna talk about traffic because I just listened to the recent SnailMail. And I will start off by saying Oklahoma roads suck to drive on. And Texas roads are better. I'm not saying that because I'm from Texas and am slightly still a prideful Texan. But I've just felt it from my experience because I lived in Fort Worth. And now I live in OKC. But anyways, on the topic of smog, Oklahoma as a state does not do smogs, and you can see that in the vehicles that are out on the streets all the time. For instance, if you ever are around, like on a Saturday night, more on 39th Street, which is Route 66, and going up towards Memorial over by Twin Peaks in that area, and Topgolf and whatnot. Y'all probably don't know the area like I do, but those who know the area know what I'm talking about when it comes to like the street racing that happens here. And you can tell and you can smell based on what the cars are running. There is no like restrictions on smog or anything. And yeah, like people remove their cats all the time. Yeah, no. You like just even looking through like all the cars at Coffee and Cars, yeah, you know that people are cutting cats and doing all these crazy things that they wouldn't be able to get away with in states like California, New York, or parts of Texas. Now, Fort Worth, I know does smog because when my vehicle is still registered in Fort Worth, I would still have to periodically take it back, like once or twice a year, or once every year or 2 years or something like that, to get it smogged and checked and stuff. Because I still have the sticker that shows its registration. I haven't removed it because I don't want to remove it because I like Texas. Anyways, that is my rant for that. I also think it's a good idea to track mileage, and use that number from like whatever the odometer says early in the year, like January 1st to December 31st later that year, or whatever the line is and stuff. I think tracking that, making sure people know, like, put that information in, they can then tax that a little bit better. Now, it'll probably bite people.
Bum, bum, bum. Did he call back?
He did.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's continue on.
All right, here we go.
Oops, I went too long. But anyways, I think the average miles that the average person will drive is about between 13,000 to 15,000. And past couple years, I've done 20 or more, just with some road trips here and there. What else was I gonna say? Fudge. Well, I like the idea of doing more taxes, especially on EVs, especially if they're heavier and they're causing more damage to the road. And I'm sure temperature throughout the year plays a big role in some of this as well. 'Cause like there's that video circulating around Instagram right now of the road buckling, and I think it's like a Camry that comes up on it as it's buckling and just is shot into the air, and stuff. And I know that when I visited Lost Dutchman State Park in Arizona, they have to close the park in order to work on the roads because it's so hot there. Or not necessarily because it's so hot, but like whatever snow or whatever comes from up from the mountain, superstition, will come down, all the moisture will come down and during the wintertime and like get under, and then when the heat comes in, it just tears things up or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I say tax EVs, maybe more, because I don't like EVs, and driving older is better because it's a part of recycling, because you either reuse, reduce, recycle. Those three things. All right, y'all keep crawling and drive old vehicles. They're better anyways.
I agree with that.
I disagree. With that
You
last
disagree
statement.
they're better?
That old vehicles are better? Yeah.
They're not safer.
No.
I think they're
What
better.
what are they better at then?
Well, if all you go on is safety.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I'm like, what are you going on to say that old vehicles are better?
They're built stronger.
Are they though?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
do you think if my 350 crashed into Clifford, that Clifford would come out better?
Well, I crashed into a Dodge. Granted, it was my front end hitting a rear end.
Mm-hmm.
And that Dodge was fucked.
I mean, that's a Dodge though. I don't think that's a new versus old problem.
No. But I think that I took more of the brunt of the hit than Clifford took.
Okay.
Right? Because the truck is so rigid and like beefy that it doesn't have any crunch points, that, you know, the stress got put more onto the driver, where this other guy's bed was all screwed up because it's made to bend and flex and crunch so that those forces don't get put onto the driver.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's the only argument that I have there.
Okay.
For the most part. I don't know. I mean, I like older vehicles. I know you do too. So stop playing devil's advocate here. But
Jimmy's on to me.
I primarily like their appearances and stuff, and I do think that older vehicles are nicer and are well built, and some of these are made to last a lifetime, where some of the newer stuff aren't, and they're not made to last that long, and they want you to buy another vehicle so that you can keep money coming into them, just like the light bulb. Like if they made a perfectly sealed, vacuumed light bulb, then it wouldn't break ever, and you wouldn't need to replace your light bulbs.
Yeah.
Well, how does the light bulb company make any money?
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna buy $1,000 light bulb.
Yeah.
They want cheap light bulbs that they'll change out every so often. So I don't know. In regards to other things, traffic and roads buckling, I mean, everywhere in this world's got to have their road problems. They're all going to be unique. I know that the Sierras have a lot of problems because they'll we'll get frozen situations up there and they throw sand, and I don't think they use salt anymore, and it really kind of hurts the road.
They still use salt.
Do they?
Yeah.
Out onto the roads, and it just eats the roads up, and chains eat the roads up, and then, we get these hot summers that just do havoc on the roads. And another phone call.
Yeah.
Popular. So, and then what was his other thing? Oh, exhausts.
Yeah.
I mean, is it smoggy there? Is it smelly? Is it bad? Like you talked about how behind these cars you could tell the difference, but what's the actual air quality out there? Is it pretty decent? Because I think these street racers that are going to be street racing, it isn't really a big issue. Like it's the mass population of cars that is the concern. And these few street racers or these few off-roaders aren't going to make enough pollution to make it bad, where you have I don't even know how many people live in, OKC area. But if most of them are compliant or not changing their exhaust, then I think it's probably still a clean environment out there.
Yeah. At what point do you what percentage of the population on average does it take to have non-compliant smog in order to make a bad air quality, right?
Yeah, is it percentage of population or is it percentage of air?
Yeah,
right? It's like, our air is at this quality, it's really bad. We need to actually start regulating more.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a good question.
And I'm always for don't put I understand you have the regulations on some of the cars, but man, some of those semi trucks and some of those bigger vehicles put out way more pollution than a bunch of our cars.
Airplanes are mass polluters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cruise ships.
Yep.
Mass polluters.
Yep.
What is that? The cargo ships. Ships are insane.
They're some of the worst.
Yep.
So
I've read somewhere, and I might be, completely ruining this, but it was the 4 largest container ships put out more pollution than all the cars in the world.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I know. I don't. Yeah, that sounds crazy, but I don't know if it's that many, but it's some shocking statistic.
Right.
Yeah.
And for me, it's well, what am I doing? I own 5 vehicles, and I live in California, and I live in a high strict area for smog, and I comply with the running vehicles. I'm complying with the smog law, but what does it do? Not a lot, I'm sure, compared to some of these big compared to China, that does crazy things that we're not allowed to do over here, and they're polluting the world.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. I'm always I enjoy having clean air.
Yeah.
That's why I like going up to the mountains, because it's typically cleaner air up in the mountains. It just seems you can breathe a lot better, and there's nothing quite like just being out in clean air. But at the same time, how I know that I do not like driving behind vehicle with open exhausts.
Yeah.
It makes my eyes water over time. And I don't fare well with it.
Yep.
So, I know at some point, I know that I can tell a difference if a car in front of me has an open exhaust on the trail. At what point? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going at. I like clean air. I would prefer if people smog their vehicles.
Right.
Personally, the main issue I have with smog is visual inspections. the quote unquote visual inspections of safety performance, right?
Sure.
Like, does the vehicle blow clean? Is the fuel system able to hold at a vacuum? Like, not necessarily a vacuum, but is it able to hold pressure?
Sure. Yeah.
Then pass it.
Right.
I
agree.
I want clean air. I don't care if the car has an aftermarket exhaust or aftermarket headers or an aftermarket fuel tank. Does it function the way it's supposed to?
Right. Does it function within its code?
Yeah.
Right. That's what I care. It's like, if I have aftermarket headers and a bigger cam and, a bored out cylinders and a custom gas tank, but I'm still blowing as clean or cleaner than a stock vehicle. Why does that matter?
Yeah, exactly. That's the big problem I have with smog in California. Yeah. I don't know if other states do it that way too, but
and my only devil's advocate side of that is that there's a safety level for a vehicle on the road, where like headers, like one thing, but like a gas tank, maybe there's somebody's just putting, rerouting their gas tank into a gas can that's free floating in the back of their rig, and they, you don't want to allow that.
Yeah.
So I mean, as long as it's safe, I'll blanket that. As long as your vehicle is safe and it's blowing clean, then I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So, all right. Next is...
This is going to be fun. I'm excited to, normally we get this many. We're pretty much done, and I'm excited to continue on.
Nice. All right, we got Logan from Minnesota.
Cool.
Trail ratings. Hey. Here we go.
Suck it, Rob.
Hey, guys. Logan from Minnesota. And I had an idea on the trail ratings. It seems like a blue, green, red, black, or a 1 through 10 scale rating is very simple. It works very well. But it seems like Onyx could add value to their app by doing something such as like a driver profile along with a vehicle profile, in which that you would select all the different features of your vehicle. So if your vehicle's got 35s and full width and 110-inch wheelbase, you would do those selections. And then after you get through a trail, then you get a survey from Onyx that says, how'd you get through this trail, basically. And then you can go through and say, it would all be like, choose the buttons that matter to you. So you'd say, well, I went through this successfully, and it's only because I had 35s with a solid axle with 4-link suspension, front and rear lockers. So you just name all the things, right, that are already in your account profile, right? So maybe you just deselect what's on your account profile or something like that. And then Onyx takes all this information from all these different surveys and it compiles them, and it says, okay, the 50% of the people that have been through this trail said they used a front locker or they had 35-inch tires. So it would, just a law of numbers eventually would work out where you get an idea, you click on a trail and the trail says, oh yeah, you need 75% of the people needed 40-inch tires to get through this trail. So keep wheeling. See you guys.
I like that idea.
I do too.
I'm a fan of aggregate data.
I can slightly up it.
Okay.
I think everything he mentioned is fantastic. So, you'll put in some driver profiles and then you have a vehicle profile, so I do Bobcat, it's like a Toyota pickup. It's on 37-inch tires. It's been re-geared with 529s. I have dual T cases. I have a locker front and rear, and armor, whatever.
Okay.
And then everybody goes through, let's just say Fordyce, and people go through Fordyce and be like, yeah, I made it with 35s and a locker, rear locker, or I made it with 37s and this and that. And it'll take that data, and eventually it'll be like, most people travel through this trail with this general setup. But then the app will know if Bobcat, me, Jimmy has this profile and he has this vehicle, it can change the colors of the trails per my vehicle and what I enter in my vehicle.
Yeah.
And it'll be like, well, if you're going to go wheel Slick Rock, it's going to be green. It'll be easy. But if you're going to go wheel Fordyce, it might be a blue slightly more difficult, or a single black.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like that one will be tough for you if you take all the hard lines, but if you go to the Rubicon, then maybe that's the blue square or blue line or whatever. Because it will know what I have. It'll know what.
And compare you to what other people have been doing.
Compare me to the average of what other people are doing.
Yeah.
And then it can
spit out a rating that way. That'd be interesting.
Only problem I see is people overbuild their vehicles for the trail.
Yeah.
And so people will be on Rubicon with 40s and 42s.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you need 40s or 42s for the Rubicon?
Everybody needs 40s and 42s.
Well, okay. But no, you don't need 42s to be on the Rubicon to complete the Rubicon.
Yeah.
What might you need? 33s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we know a handful of guys that go through that trail on 31s.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think the data might get skewed because people build their rigs really big and overkill just to be able to conquer any obstacle.
Yeah.
Not necessarily to conquer a trail.
Yeah.
So that's my only gripe about the idea.
That's kind of the law of averages though. I mean, right? So you're going to have outliers on either end. You're going to have people that do the trail in a completely stock flat fender and people that do the trail in a buggy on 42s.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of the point of the law of averages, is that you'll figure out where that average point is and how you compare to the average.
Yeah, maybe. I think that the average vehicle is not like the average vehicle on the Rubicon is not the minimum requirements.
You think so?
I mean, yes, I do think so.
Interesting.
I mean, being out on the Rubicon, I would say that there are more Jeeps on 40s than there are almost any vehicle with another size tire.
You think so?
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know. I
would say that if you're trying to say what size, let me ask you that. What size tire do you think is most common on the Rubicon?
I think 35 to 37, somewhere in that range would be average.
Which tire do you think is most common? Size tire.
Yeah.
Because the type is Yokohama.
Yeah. I would say 37. I think it would lean more on the 37 than 35s.
You think so?
Yeah.
More on 37 than 35s?
I think the average. Yeah.
Wow. I would say 40s. I think there's hands down more 40s on that trail than anything else.
Okay. Interesting.
And that's why I'm like, I don't think 40s are needed for that trail.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, 37s technically aren't needed for that trail.
Yeah.
So I think that it's going to get skewed because people are building their rigs overkill wise for the trails.
Okay.
It's not a minimum requirement.
Yeah.
It's what are people doing?
Yeah.
And that's still good information to have.
Yeah.
It'd be like most people that run this trail have this setup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, but that's also kind of the point of the survey afterwards is people with that setup would then be able to say, oh no, I had a pretty easy time on the trail. I didn't really have any issues.
Right.
So your tires on 40s going through the Rubicon would be, in my opinion, an easier rating from people's survey than the 33s. People coming through on 33s, they're going to say, oh, this was a little bit harder for me.
Yeah.
I would think. And so you'll end up with saying 33s are hard, 40s are easy. Therefore,
you need
35, 37s are kind of the average.
You need a 36-inch tire.
36, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I understand that. So, okay.
Do you really though? I'm just kidding.
Get it.
I know you do.
And thanks, Logan, for calling in for more trail rating talk.
This is going to become the trail rating podcast.
Yeah, right. I think we should send that. I'll send that segment to Onyx because I think that's a good idea.
That their software can do it, I think. Yeah. So I think that they could implement it. So I think it'd be a fun implementation.
Yep.
Next,
they could probably, as long as you enter your vehicle like data into their app, they'll know where you've gone.
Yeah,
and they'll be able to make their own conclusions.
Yeah, that'd be fun to see them turn into a data analysis
kind of company
as well as
I didn't want to go
just
there,
information out. Yeah, Because I would imagine if they can keep track of that and have data analysis and keep track of where people are going, then they could also spit out reports for Cal 4 and Blue Ribbon Coalition and Corva about what trails are getting trafficked the most as well. So that when these lobbying organizations need to go to legislation and be like, hey, you guys can't close X and X trail. There's this many people that use it per year. I guarantee you the land manager doesn't understand how many times that trail is actually used.
I think we've talked to them about that, and there's something in their rules that say they can't share that data.
Oh, gotcha.
And people would have to opt in to being able to share that data.
Okay.
Because right now I think that Onyx doesn't disclose, they disclose no information of where people go.
Yeah.
That's like, they don't share any of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that is their current rule.
Mm-hmm.
And if like Blue Ribbon Coalition went to talk to Onyx, I don't think that Onyx gives any of that information. So it would be like this opt-in situation.
Yeah.
And so, and I would opt in. I think that's a necessary feature because I agree with you that like for Gemini Bridges area, how many people have gone out there?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we can't tell you. Nobody knows because nobody counts it or looks at it.
Nobody tracks it.
But there is software out there that people probably track themselves doing all these trails out in that area and could tell you, but you know, their rules don't allow them to.
Yep.
So I don't know. I think it would be a benefit.
Yep. All right. Next up.
Yes.
Walt. Mad Hatter's Walt.
Oh,
yeah.
Sweet.
Haven't heard him. I don't know if he's called in a long time.
Yeah. Really long time.
Here we go.
All right. Walt.
Hey guys, having fun on the Rubicon. Hey, this is Walter, long-time listener, first-time caller.
He's never called in. Okay.
Therapy Dog Jeep. Hey, about your usage tax you guys were talking about. Well, you know, we have to figure out where this money's going and who's controlling that money. Because in California, as I'm sitting in traffic coming home from work, in California we have a lot of cars on the road, and a lot of people are paying fees, and the roads kind of suck in California, and everybody knows that. So the usage tax, yeah, the electric cars should pay more because they are heavier. I get that. But who's collecting it? Where's the money going? Something to ponder. Have a great weekend. Thanks. Bye.
That's a good point. I would be interested in looking into, like, I'm curious if there is a budget surplus within the DOT, Department of Transportation in California. Because I have an inkling that one of the reasons why the roads are quote unquote so bad in California is because we have so many cars on the road and that we depend on roads so highly that we never get a chance to really work on the roads because nobody wants a road shut down to work on it.
Yes.
As evidenced by what's been going on in Sacramento for a while now on Highway 50 and now Highway 80 in the Causeway, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It's a pain in the ass to have a road worked on. You have to have detours and then they don't sign them really well. And when you're trying to go home, you end up taking a 40-minute detour out to Davis accidentally. I've now done that 3 times.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So, it sucks. It sucks to have a road shut down, but it's like, you have to shut down the roads in order to work on them.
Yeah.
So how do you balance that?
I don't have your answer, but I'm going to piggyback on what you're saying.
Okay.
They are literally paving the main road right in front of my house.
Yeah. Right.
Right. And I was having this exact discussion with my dad.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, why are they closing the road?
Yeah.
I'm like, how are they going to work on it?
Yeah.
Like the roads, like in my opinion, the road's not bad and I'm happy they're working on it and regardless, but I'm like, when are they supposed to do it? Like midnight? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, well, what if they don't come finish?
Yeah.
You know, like,
or they're going to be super loud at night.
Or they're going to be super loud at night.
And
And they're running this grinding thing that's eating up the concrete and right outside your house, you know, or whatever. It's like, it's this weird, you're in this weird position. You're like, I want the road fixed, but I don't want you to ruin my life and how I get around for 1 to 2 days.
Yeah.
And because in my area, it's like, hey, they put up signs. They're like, we're going to work on the road these 2 days. I'm like, cool. Thanks for letting me know.
Yep.
We happen to be in Hawaii. those 2 days.
Yep.
Right? We come home, and then all they did was lay the rock down in the basic, like, little bit of char. They chip sealed it. And then we come home, and they're like, we're going to retar these 2 days. We're like, thank you for letting us know.
Mm-hmm.
We happen to be in San Francisco for that one.
Yeah.
So we weren't even affected at all.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and that said, I haven't really been home to see if they've done any of it, but it's funny how, well, one, it's funny how we were gone for the whole, in theory, for the whole time. But it's funny how you get upset if they're doing the work, and you're going to be upset if they don't do the work. So it's this weird space to be in. So I don't know if they have an excess amount of funds, what's going on, but yeah, I mean, I think people just are going to have to deal with the inconvenience for that period of time so they can fix the road so that you don't complain about the road.
Yep.
I mean, and on the flip side, people just want something to complain about.
I agree.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks for calling in, Walt.
No, I think that's a very legit concern, though, of where is that money going to go to? I would assume, and what Newsom has said is that if EVs or there is a tax on mileage, that would go into the same funding that the current gas tax goes into.
Yeah.
So
and
whether or not that stays,
where that goes,
DOT, I don't know. I would assume road projects and Caltrans and DOT stuff, but I don't know enough of the California budget to be able to answer that question.
Nope.
So
I don't know very many people that do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see where we at. We're about an hour in. We can keep going.
Yeah, let's do a few more.
Next up is Alex, Botches Off-Road.
Sweet.
Here we go.
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Tyler. It's Alex from Botches Off-Road Podcast.
Hi, Alex.
So I am on my way back from Detroit. I was at a Slate Auto event checking out the new Slate pickup.
Slate?
And I don't know if you guys have gotten a chance to look at this thing. It's roughly the same wheelbase as a 1985 Toyota SR5 pickup. It's an EV, so I mean, take that as you will. It has between 150, 250 miles of range. Very much so in development. Phenomenal little truck. The way they've got it set up, super modular. They've got, a kit to turn your two-door pickup into a two-door SUV, five-seater. The idea behind it is just incredible. The goal is to be as American-made as possible, and the price is a little higher. $27,500 for a two-door pickup, not stellar. But I could easily see, if we get pushed into this EV-only market, I could see where the Slate fits in the off-road community. They're working on a four-wheel drive kit right now. Currently, it's only rear-wheel drive, sadly. But it's got every panel is bolt-on with the ability to mount pretty much whatever you want, anywhere you want. I mean, it's at least worth checking out. I put my reservation in and plan on picking one up when they start shipping them, but figured it was something you guys would be interested in, so you should get a look at it. So catch you guys later and keep crawling.
Interesting. I have not heard of a Slate truck yet.
Yeah, neither have I.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds interesting. I've always thought the concept of a vehicle for like, here's your frame and build the rest yourself,
Okay.
more or less. Like, what do you want?
Almost like a cab on chassis vehicle.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, you want a two-door one? You want a four-door one? You want a long bed? You want a short bed? Do you want an extra long bed? Do you want two-wheel drive? Do you want a four-wheel drive? Do you want, kind of how wide of it axles do you want? How I can choose everything scenario.
Yeah.
Do I want a single cab, an extra cab, or double cab? All of it. Like, because nowadays it's like in your experience for going to buy a vehicle, you pretty much have to buy what ends up at the dealership, and that's it. You can't make your vehicle.
No, you don't get to do that really anymore. If you do, you're waiting 2 years.
Right.
So,
and I think the idea for somebody to come out with this, like, literally build your own vehicle, I think would be really cool. You want a bed? You want a flat bed?
Yeah.
Like all options.
That'd be really interesting. Dude, you'd almost go to a vending machine.
Yeah.
And you just select all your parts.
It would be like Gran Turismo.
Yeah, right?
That's like, I want this. Yeah. I want the supercharger and the turbocharger.
Yeah, right.
Like everything. And you're like, all right, I'm going to build that for you.
Interesting.
Here you go.
Yeah.
You know, and it all has a price on it.
Mhm.
You want the supercharger? It's $5,000. You want the turbocharger? It's $2,000.
Yeah.
You want both of them? It's more than that.
Yeah.
You know, more work needs to go into it.
Yeah.
So you have prices on everything, and just somebody would like, here you are.
Mhm.
I know that, what is it, AEV?
Mhm. AEV conversions?
AEV conversions does stuff kind of like that.
Sort of
They're
similar.
like, here's my truck, and I go through and I start design, or I say, I want these bumpers, and I want this rack, and I want this,
Mhm.
extra off-road capabilities,
Mhm.
and they'll do it, which I
Mhm.
think is really cool.
Yep.
But I think if somebody started a vehicle from more or less scratch and built it up, I think that'd be really neat.
Yeah. That'd be fun. It'd be an interesting business structure that if somebody could figure out how to do it, kudos to them.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts there,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
And a lot of either inventory you're going to have or be able to get quickly.
Yeah. So yeah, Slate Trucks, I guess keep on the lookout.
Yeah.
And
We'll check it out.
Be curious to hear from Alex about how those work out when he finally gets those.
Yep.
So next up,
Where would we hear about it?
over on Botches Off-Road.
Yeah, there you go. I wonder if Alex calls in just so he could get promotions on our web or on our platform.
He's just trying hard to find about things to talk about so that he can promote Botches Off-Road on our show.
Yeah.
Alex
Makes me think I should start calling into Wheeling Wine and Whiskey all the time.
Hey, this is Jimmy from SnailTrail4x4 podcast. I just wanted to talk to you guys today about SnailTrail4x4 podcast. All right, moving on.
Yes.
All right, this I don't see a name unless his name is Tyler. I don't see a name. We'll see. Here we go.
All right.
Would you rather?
Oh.
This one is for Tyler.
Uh-oh.
Would you rather spend the weekend wheeling with a horrible comms setup? I'm talking about a mic that doesn't want a key, bad radio reception, a horrible speaker, a complete shit show that is going to annoy you the entire time. Or would you rather spend that same off-road weekend with Jimmy in the passenger seat, but all he can do is tell you dad jokes?
Jesus
Can't talk
Christ.
to you about the weather or your cool new parts. If you talk to him, he will immediately respond with another dad joke. And, of course, he will tell you a dad joke every 15 minutes if you don't talk to him.
Dang it.
So, that's it. Which would you rather, Tyler? By the way, my name is Joe. I've been listening since High Sierra days.
Nice.
And enjoy the show. Keep it up. Bye.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
And I can't kick you out of the vehicle. I can't just throw you out.
I guess not.
I wonder if I can cut your seatbelt and be like, "Oh, sorry, no functioning seatbelt. I can't ride anymore."
Yeah. No, I don't know why we flopped and you fell out the door.
God, and I can't just.
I don't
turn
understand
off
why
the
this is that hard.
stereo.
This shouldn't be a hard choice for you.
I'm gonna have to go with Jimmy in the passenger seat.
Yeah,
gonna go with,
exactly.
I gotta ride with Jimmy in the passenger seat. I'm assuming I can't turn off the radio or rip it out or disconnect it or something like that. So
yeah, probably not.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with have Jimmy in the passenger seat then.
Do you know why you should never trust an atom?
Why?
Because they make up everything.
Oh, I was thinking like ADAM.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways. Thanks, Joe. I'm a little depressed now. Next one.
Sorry. Next one. I was trying to think of another dad joke off the top of my head.
Let's see. Yeah, we got time for maybe one more.
Sure.
Uncle Pool.
Oh, sweet. Mr.
see what he's
Pool
up to.
Noodle.
Hey, Uncle Pool here. Hey, quick update. So I did some reading, and it looks like in California, it says for fender flares, you're only supposed to cover the tire tread. So, being that, I only need, what I said before, 8 inches to cover the tire tread. But because my tire balloons out, I need like another 4 inches. So I got my ticket extended. and found out that apparently if I can get it all done before the end of July, it's only like $25 that I got to pay, but I got to go find a CHP and get it all signed off. But if I don't get it done by then, I got to pay the $276 or whatever plus other penalties and nonsense. But in the book, it says that you're only supposed to cover tire tread. So kind of take that how you wish. I'm only going to cover tire tread and take it in and see what happens because, oh man, like 12, 14-inch fender flare is ugly.
Yes.
So, anyway, that's that on that. AC stuff and all the rest of the stuff I got going on. So I actually found I still have my AC compressor I took off this motor. My firewall has been modified, so I will have to figure that out. Pretty sure I can get the old condenser or whatever that coil is, the heat exchanger coil in there. It should fit. I've got enough calls and talking with Ryan and some other people. I might be able to accumulate everything I need. And I still got the electrical wiring, so that should be good. Exhaust, I already wrapped the exhaust because it's so close to the body anywhere. I used to be able to cook pizzas and shoes on the bottom of the floorboard. So exhaust is wrapped. A lot of it's just motor heat. So I found some stuff on Amazon. Amazon Basic makes some Dynomat stuff I'm going to try, see what that does. That's pretty much the legit of the quick update. I need to find, Tyler had a shop, he said, was doing like some custom work and making hoses for the AC compressor stuff. That might be the only thing I need some help with. So if you don't mind the shout out of where you went for that, Tyler, that'd be great. I got to have some custom hoses made to go from Toyota to Chevy stuff. Yeah, and then I'll try to post some more. I've been a little busy. Haven't been able to post as much as I used to, but should get around to it. So anyway, you guys have a good one. That's the update.
Evaporator. That's the coil inside your dash that I couldn't remember the fucking name of for the life of me.
Nice.
Somebody ended up messaging me on Instagram, was like, evaporator, exclamation points. And I was like, oh my God, that's it. Thank you. So that's the coil that Kevin was talking about after he modified his firewall and seeing if he can fit that heat exchanger coil in there. It's the evaporator.
Got it. Okay.
Anyways, so the evaporator, the other one is Polar Bear Auto Care.
Oh, okay.
So Polar Bear is the place I go for my air conditioning needs. They're that old school shop where they have a couple of their technicians there that are just old school dudes that know how to custom make stuff to fit weird applications.
Nice. Okay.
They've never failed in the times that I've been taking the Forerunner there with like weird requests or like something that another shop couldn't figure out.
Yeah.
So Polar Bear, they're located near Arden Arcade, off of the hotel that Cal 4 convention was held at this year, Kevin. They're right down the road from that hotel.
Oh, got it.
So yeah, Polar Bear.
Okay.
They're awesome.
Nice.
Yep.
And I don't think you need a CHP to sign off your fix-it ticket.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure, and maybe let me preface this in a second, but I'm pretty sure you can use any peace officer that knows the vehicle code books or knows that. I'd probably sheriffs, city police, and CHP stuff can do it. I did get a fix-it ticket in Rockland one time, and Rockland PD signed off the ticket. So that's why I'm saying that. I didn't need to search out a CHP to have them sign it off. Now, I don't know if you get a fix-it ticket by one organization, if you still need that same organization to sign it off. So if a CHP is the one that gave it to you, I don't know if you need the CHP to sign it off. So I'm not sure how that works. But I'm pretty sure if you got any peace officer of some sort should be able to clear it if they know the vehicle code book.
Yeah, I would hope that any peace officer, law enforcement officer would be able to look at the code book and say, yeah, you adhered to it or not.
Yes.
I would hope that any other law enforcement agency would take their word for it.
Yes.
So,
and by now you probably have gone through this process, but my 2 cents is build something that they can't argue with and then modify it after the fact.
Smart. Jimmy's a smart guy.
Yeah. Because if you
have you ran into this in the past, Jimmy?
Maybe once or twice. Because if you only cover your tread and it doesn't cover or go to the extent of all the way to the outside of your wheels, and the person says, no, that's not going to pass. And you go, but in the book, it says I only need to cover my tread. they don't argue. I mean, that's the thing is they don't argue. So build something stupid that covers the tread that's easily removable and then do it the way you want to or the way that it should be or not later, however it is.
Cool.
Sort of my mud flaps scenario.
Right.
Because I think even mud flaps state that all the mud flap needs to do is cover the tread.
Yeah.
It doesn't, I don't believe it needs to cover the width of the tire entirely. It needs to cover the tread.
I thought it was like half of the tread and break the plane, right?
Yes. I think it has to cover the entire width of the tread.
Okay.
And it has to break the plane from the bottom of the tire to your bumper.
Okay.
That's my understanding of the mud flap rule.
Okay.
And so as long as in my opinion, as long as it's as wide as the width of your tread and 1 inch at your bumper, that should legally count for a mud flap.
Yeah.
Now, will they write you off for that? Probably not.
Probably not.
But the vehicle that beats the vehicle code law, in my opinion.
Yeah. Cool. Let's see. We're at hour 15.
Let's do one more.
One more.
Yeah. Let's get down to those 20s.
Okay. Yeah. We're in. This one would be number 21.
Okay.
So, Alex from South Carolina.
All right. Perfect.
Hey there. This is Alex from South Carolina. I've been listening for a few months now, and I figured I'd give a call because I've got some questions about my own vehicle. So I bought this Toyota Sequoia. It's an 05 Limited. It's the 4-wheel drive with, I believe it's a center locking diff. It all works. The only thing I did not see when I crawled into this thing when I bought it, and I overpaid for it for sure, was one of the rear cross members. It's not like a super structural one, if that makes any sense, but it's basically a round tube that goes straight through the frame rails, and you can see through it when you look through. But I was under it one day, like up under it, and it's up over the rear axle, and it is rotted through the middle. Completely, there's no integrity in the metal at all. So I've talked to a few. There's a Toyota only like off-road shop that does welding and stuff, and they said that they could fix it. They had to source some steel. Anyways, they took forever, couldn't get back to me. And then I found a guy local that said he could probably fix it if I sourced the metal. So I found some tubing that should fit. My question is, do you think it's worth it to weld that? Because the frame it's not twisted or tweaked or anything. It's barely even connected to anything. It's like the rear axle has like connectors to it or whatever, but it's weird. My question is, should I scrap this whole thing, part it out and try again, or fix as much as possible and just send it, or fucking just send it till it explodes? Because it's a Toyota and it runs great for as many miles are on it. And then other than that, I'm at 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Oh boy. All right. I'm going to have to call back for sure. But so the trail rating thing that y'all got,
trail ratings.
I think a dedicated app in conjunction with Onyx would be a good idea. And you would earn points based on like for variation of different trails. So you'll get, I don't know, a point for mud trails because they're hard, but you should get a point for getting your car that dirty, I guess. Oh, it's 3 minutes. I got to call back.
That's funny.
All right, let's start with the first thing.
Yeah, let's start with the first thing, then we'll jump into the most of it. The rest of it. Scrap it, leave it,
or repair it.
Or fix it, or leave it. Yeah. Send it till it breaks. I honestly don't think it's that hard of a fix.
I would agree.
I mean, I wouldn't even replace that tube. I would just put in another tube right in front or right behind it.
Okay. Yeah.
And just brace it. Just brace it. Just put another brace right there.
Yeah. I would cut that tube out, plate the holes in the frame.
Yeah.
And then put a new tube in.
Yeah.
On the plate. And just weld everything into those plates. The plates are welded to the frame. Tube is welded to the plates.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. But But even what Jimmy said, just put a new tube in there next to it or near it would be suffice as well.
Yeah.
So,
and it's not hard to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a little bit of time and a little bit of welding and a little bit of touch up on the frame and stuff. So that's my 2 cents. It's not going to cost a lot. You know, if you get that's a decent sized tube. I mean, what I would guess it's like a 2-inch quarter wall.
That
Maybe?
one, I'd guess 1/8,
maybe 1/8 wall.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, if you did like just a Dom tube or something right in front of it or right behind it, or cut it out, plate it. If you're going to cut it out, I'd cut it out on both sides, plate it so it looks smooth, and then run a piece of Dom, you know, like 1.75, 120 wall between it in roughly the same area. And you're fine. And that's not going to cost very much at all.
No, it shouldn't.
That's pretty easy, pretty cheap, and would be more than strong enough, or would be equally as strong probably as what you have. Granted, going through the frame would probably be better, but is it required? I'm going to say no.
I wouldn't say so. Not if you're just street driving it around.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get into technical stuff or rock crawling, mudding, you know, stuff where you're putting a lot of horsepower through the chassis, or you're putting a lot of twist and forces on the chassis, then you'll want to strengthen up, but you'll want to be doing other things than fixing that tube.
Yes.
So,
yeah. And so I think we're on the same page. Just do an easy fix, and you don't need to fully replace it. Just cut what's there out. I like your idea. Just cut what's there out, plate over it, and then put another tube randomly in there. And if that's too much work, just put another tube somewhere near it. And that would be fine too.
Yeah.
Hell, you might even be able to cut the rotted part out and just put another chunk in its place.
Sleeve over it or
Sleeve
something.
over it somehow. Might not be as easy as said.
Yeah, I feel like that one would be harder to do, especially if that tube is rotting out.
Yeah.
It could be rotting out in multiple places.
Yeah.
Might as well just replace the tube.
Yeah, I agree. So
just don't put a pipe in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Pipes for poop.
Yep. And you don't need to match it entirely.
No.
I think that, you know, just putting something there would be beneficial.
Yep.
Now, is it really necessary? If you're only street driving this rig, I would only argue that it's necessary for in case you get in an accident and keeping your frame straight.
Yeah.
That's my only necessary argument against that. If you're going off rock crawling, I would probably add it back in just because it helps prevent, or at least put something there because it helps prevent your frame from twisting. Sometimes twisting is good, but most of the time we don't want the frame twisting.
Yep.
So
cool.
Yeah.
Should we get to the one he did call back right away?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
So he's talking about trail ratings.
Yep. Trail ratings. Here we go.
Alex from South Carolina here again.
Welcome back.
So with the trail rating thing, I was saying, or like a dedicated app with Onyx. For different types of trails, you get points for seat time, obviously, and then upgrades you put on your truck or rig or whatever. And then a bigger boost for driver skill for using a lower rated vehicle on a trail that it's not necessarily made for. I think I heard someone talking about that last time on SnailMail, and that's a good idea. Oh, goodness. I'm driving this piece of shit while I'm driving to work, like while I'm talking on the phone. Don't drive distracted, kids. Anyway.
Do as I say, not as I do.
AI is our friend here. I feel like an algorithm could definitely make an average between driver skill and vehicle capability. That's just an idea. But from South Carolina, so southeast wheeling sucks if there's any. All you can do is go to the mud bog or go to these like kind of expensive off-road parks that are not near where I am. I'm up in kind of the mountains of South Carolina. All the off-road stuff is not anywhere close, it seems like. Unless you own private property, good luck wheeling. To my knowledge, I have the Onyx. I just got the Elite membership, so we'll see if I can find stuff. But there's no BLM. There's like minimal BLM land around here because, I mean, the U.S., started on the East Coast, so the amount of land that's owned by people or private entities is a lot more than out west.
Mm-hmm.
But, and then a reply to, I was listening to one snail mail, I forgot what number it was, but the guy was talking about Ford tracking your speed and sending it to your local law enforcement, that is some communist ass shit. Hell no. That is dumb. Tracking paying customers and literally tattletaling on them to the cops, it's some dystopian ass shit. Our founding fathers are rolling in the graves for that. Anyways, keep wheeling. Love you guys. Bye.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Thanks, Alex.
Yeah. Chart ratings. I think that's interesting. Another person kind of moved into sort of an app scenario based on, I don't know if we mentioned it and that's why people are getting into that, or
I don't know. I don't remember.
We'll have to reach out to Onyx and see if it's something they could do.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I think that, it's easy enough on another app or another platform or something that maybe they can work together.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely doable. And I think, Alex, you hit the nail on the head there that you should not report, should not be a tattletale.
Snitches get stitches, bro.
Yeah. If that's the case, nobody's going to be buying Fords.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
That's like, why is nobody buying our stuff anymore? Well, because you report crap you're reporting people in. So we don't want Fords on the road anymore.
Yeah. We may have to, I don't know, just everybody's going to move over to Toyotas. That's really what it's going to come down to.
Yep. I agree. Glad you didn't say anything else.
I almost said Dodge. I was like, nah, people wouldn't go to Dodge still.
Yeah, right.
So I got
absolutely.
All right. So that does it for today. We got down to 19 voicemails left.
All right. Don't call in.
Yeah. No, please call in.
Trying to stop this chaos.
Yeah, we like hearing from you guys. So call in with your feedback. We love hearing it. We love chatting with you guys. We love hearing the new voices too. So there's a couple new callers.
We had a few new callers.
So thanks guys for calling in. We love it. We love the segment. We love the chatting with you guys. Gonna chat at you guys, I guess, is more like it. If you guys do have any calls, you want to call in, let us know something. 916-345-4744. You can also reach us on the Instagrams. And if you want to go over to Wheeling Wine and Whiskey and let them know how much better you guys are from their listeners, you can do that at 408-800-5169. That's their number, which we also is our complaint line. It's a kind of a nice dual purpose phone number. So you can go over there and tell them how much better you guys are versus their listeners.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can find me, Jimmy, over at SnailTrail4x4 on Instagram, or you can find Tyler over at 4x4 Toyota Tyler.
Sweet.
And look forward to Thursday's episode where we talk a lot about the camping that we were up to this last weekend.
Yep. And I guess without further ado, Jimmy, any final words for everybody? Wrap the show up.
I don't know. I think I'm excited to go wheeling with you and just tell you dad jokes.
And with that, my friends, keep crawling.